Hey, what's up everybody? BDF44 coming at you with another video. So this is sort of like an extension to the last video where I was telling people what kind of fan I am. I'm responding in a way to something that I saw from some random Twitter account of some Westbrook fan. She basically said that Westbrook is more hated than Adolf Hitler and Saddam Hussein combined. First of all, that's a very ignorant statement, and I don't co-sign it in any way. Second of all, I don't really know what Westbrook fans see when they look at their player this season. That's what I want to say. Because I don't have the type of mind that can ignore when somebody's struggling bad or when they're not playing up to their level or whatever it is. I don't work that way. I don't know how to look past certain things and just, as I was saying in the last video, rah rah champion ineptitude or lesser play or whatever it is you want to call it. You can appreciate a guy, want to see his family succeed, want to see him get better and heal from whatever is going on in his real world life, all this stuff. You can be a human and still look at them and say, okay, they're not playing well, or still look at them and say, okay, they need to get off my team. We can do that. I don't want nothing bad to happen to anybody ever. Like, I'm never looking for that ever. As I can separate my fandom, and this is just me, I don't speak for nobody else, but I can separate my fandom from my humanity as it pertains to wanting to see somebody succeed in life and pointing out what I see may not be that great on what they're doing professionally or whatever it is that we're critiquing. And I understand that my voice only holds but so much weight because I'm just one person. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. I guess it's because of just how I am, but I don't want to see, like, I don't hate Russell Westbrook or hate LeBron James or actually hate these guys when I'm rooting against them. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever, ever. I don't want anybody to even think I would approach life that way. I don't, you know. If I see somebody like Westbrook on the street, I'm going to be happy to meet him if he wants to meet me. Now, obviously, if he heard some of the stuff I had to say about him professionally, he probably wouldn't have the greatest energy for me. But after he sat down and find out what type of human being I am, I'm pretty sure we get along just fine. Because I know what kind of person his image is. He gives back. He has a good heart. He has a great family, strong base. You know what I mean? I know his neighborhood because I'm from LA as well, even though I don't, have any ties to his neighborhood. I know of some of the people over there. I know what type of guy Westbrook is. He's not some pushover. He's not somebody to make fun of. If you see him on the street, you're going to leave him alone. That's the type of person he is. But with respect, you know what I mean? So it's like, listen, I don't know where everybody's going with all of the interest in regards to paying attention to players, paying attention to who they are as human beings, and equating that to rooting for them or rooting against them. I don't even understand that. Each and every person out here, human being, I want to see given a fair shot in life, get a chance to have the American dream if they're American or wherever they're at, get success going for themselves. See their soul. If you're a believer like I am, I want to pray for you. I want to see you reach a peace of mind and peace of spirit and be your best self and overcome whatever. Like, all that stuff is just natural human desire from within myself for you. But at the same time, if I'm talking about basketball and you ain't playing well, or if we're talking about cap space and how it needs to be created so that we can have a future for the franchise, I'm gonna be ice cold when it comes to that, because that's just the type of fan I am. You know what I mean? I don't hate Russell Westbrook. I just hate how he's been playing. I hate the fact that his contract makes it so that we have no maneuverability in our franchise, And I'm sure if you guys follow me, you understand that. But the type of person he is, like hating him like I would hate. First of all, I don't hate anybody. You know what I mean? But like disliking him as if he did something wrong or disliking him as if he's some horrible tyrant, I think she's isolated in that thought, and I don't think too many people share that thought with her. And I don't even know that she meant it that literally. I just think she was trying to go viral and she was able to. But the point is, I know there are a lot of different type of people out there who can't separate the two. They're going to be like, yo, I hate Russell Westbrook. Get him out of there. I want bad things, blah, 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 putting bad energy out there for him because they're not, because he's not showing them what they want to see or whatever. And it's like, that's not how I operate. I don't respect that at all. And those type of people, I don't want to see you on the street. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know who you are as a person. You are someone who needs to do some real healing before you come anywhere near me with that energy. That's how I view people like that, who believe what it is that she's saying or will look at Westbrook in the way that she's describing. That's craziness. That's sick. You need some help. And so that's how I wanted to say that. Like, yo, There's a way to separate the two. You can be a fan of somebody or not appreciate what they do on the court and still want to see them succeed in life. You can on the other hand, maybe you guys succeeding in the basketball court, but maybe you find out he's not that great of a guy. And you got to assess it that way. Now, for me, let's say I found out a player, because I'm not even going to put that on Westbrook, but let's say I found out a player wasn't that great of a guy, but he's balling on the court and doing great for my team. At that point, I have to make a decision, right? When we're talking about the negative aspects of human being, if he's a horrible human, and then we got to really consider if we want to, keep him around. That's when cancel culture starts being a conversation. And that's a rabbit hole I'm not trying to go down. But what I'm saying is, when you find out somebody's not so good of a guy, yeah, maybe you make the decision to not support what it is that they do. I've made that decision in a couple cases, especially being somebody who makes musical playlists. Follow me on Apple Music, BDF. It's some guys that I ain't using their music because of some of the stuff that they've done or been accused of or been convicted of or whatever. And there's been a couple guys or gals that have, probably been canceled by the common public. And you see my playlist, you're going to still hear their music because that's just a choice that I've made. And I'll have to live with that. But nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Nobody hates anybody like over here. That's not how we operate. I don't hate the people that have hurt me. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely not going to hate some strangers because he's not balling out of control like I expect him to. That's something you would need to get some healing for real. So I just wanted to clarify that. I don't think it would necessarily need clarification, but nevertheless, as we establish who I am, I want to, draw a line in the sand between myself and people who think that way. Nah, I want to see everybody succeed in real life. And I want to make it clear too that I understand that there will be some people on the other side of that who will be athletes, who will see what it is that I'm critiquing and how I'm critiquing it, and will feel like I'm attacking their character. And there's no way for me to separate the two because the fact of the matter is that I don't have a heart for being kind as it pertains to watching ineptitude. And if that's a reflection of my character, it just has to be what it is. Hopefully I can do some growing myself. But I respect that these guys pour their heart and soul into the game or whatever it is that they do. If you're a musician, you pour your heart and soul into that or what have you, or maybe not have the creative control, and we've talked about that too, to be able to be yourself. I talk about Frank Vogel every day, you know what I mean, and how I hate seeing what he's doing out there. I may find some new information and finds out he didn't want to do any of the stuff that he's doing, and I will come here and say, yo, he didn't have any choice, it wasn't his fault, and blame the persons who it was. But until then, I only go by what I see, and I will critique that as best I can while trying to be mindful of all these different things that we're talking about. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. I'm sure if Frank Vogel saw me on the street, he wouldn't like me at all. I bash him every day, but guess what? I want to see his family succeed. I want to see him keep his money. I want to see him coach better. I would like to see him stay healthy. If something weren't so great, I would be willing to pray for him, with him, and that's not a thing. That's not a thing at all. And you know what I mean? If anything were negative in any of these guys' lives, I would be trying to champion them getting whatever's necessary to fix whatever it is. Just like I would hope they would champion me overcoming the crap that I got going on in my life. You know what I mean? And just because they have a little more than me or may not necessarily see the world the way that I do, does not mean that they don't deserve basic, common humanity and love in their lives or whatever, what have you. You feel me? So let's find a balance, y'all. And let's not be so extreme. If we're smart enough to not be extreme, let's not. You feel me? There are people out there who are not going to be able to see the world that way. I hate you because you don't do what I do. And they just, that's how their brains are. It's up to people like myself to try to help them through that, help them see the error in their ways or what have you. So I'm trying to do that. That's what it is, man. But I'm probably not going to change right away. I'm still going to be asking for Frank Vogel to be fired because I think that's what's going to help my team. But at the same time, there's a balance to be understood that when you're asking for somebody to be fired, it might hurt their mental health. It might put them in a position where they never get another job again, which could trickle down into real things in their lives. So there's an understanding to be had. But I cannot encompass all of that while still being honest about what it is that my intentions are in seeing my franchise get better. That's greater than me. That's beyond me. I can't do nothing about that. You know what I mean? I have to look at it the way that I'm able to, no different than the people who maybe not necessarily seeing it the way I do, have to look at the way they can. I think we can all help one another in our various ways, and that'll make us better fans, better people, and have a better environment altogether. So that's just what I wanted to say, man. balance system is necessary. And if you're one of those people who hate Russell Westbrook because he's not playing well, dig deep and figure out what's wrong with you, because I can see something wrong with you. That's what I'm saying to anybody who's like that, bro. Stop equating professional basketball with someone's well-being and the desire to see them succeed, because that is not okay. That's what I got. That's my opinion. My name is BDL44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.